It is actually September 24th, 2025. It is a Wednesday, and I kind of had recorded a couple of similar clips to this prior to today, but I want to start over. I want to do it fresh. So a couple of days ago, I was messaging Bianca, and we were talking about me proposing to her because she knows that that's going to happen. She doesn't know where, she doesn't know when, doesn't have the details. But she said it would be so cute if you like recorded things leading up to it that you could then compile into its own video, and then I can look at it after and like see all the lead up stuff. So I mean, I'm gonna tell her about all this. Bianca, I'm gonna tell you about all this anyway. But to have it all, captured in a, piece of media or content so that it's just everything is here as it's happening and like nothing really gets left out. So that being said, this is going to be a pretty long segment of me just talking and telling you, Bianca, what has happened so far. So like I said, it is Wednesday, September 24th, 2025, and we are approximately 2.5 weeks away from me proposing. I think the very first thing, apart from like picking a ring or knowing what kind of ring you wanted, was picking the day. And, I was like, do I want to make it like during the holidays? So it's like a day, when we'd already be able to like get off work and like go do stuff or whatever. Do I want to wait until next year, 2026, and, do it so that we have kind of like, I don't know, just more time before then? But no, I looked at the calendar and I was like, our anniversary is October 13th. It's when we started dating last year. But October 13th is a Monday. And I wasn't about to do all this on a Monday because I don't know if people could show up. I didn't like it, just didn't seem like a good day. Like I normally work on site that day. It's not great, right? And it'd be a lot tougher to like be like, hey, ask for that day off. I asked for that day off. Not only would it like give it away kind of. I mean, it is our anniversary day, so maybe not. But like we already can't really ask for those days right now. So, looking again at the calendar, October 11th is the day that you sat next to me at your work after work, and I gave you my number and it went from there. So October 11th is a Saturday and means more people are likely to be able to come. However, another big issue with that is you have been scheduled on Saturdays pretty much every weekend now, with the new stipulations with your work. So these details are going to be kind of out of order, but I'm going to go ahead and just go based off what I just said, which is October 11th. I knew that I would have to work with your work to be able to get you that time off, right? So as of right now, you very likely and should appear on the schedule as if nothing is out of the ordinary. However, you are not working that day, and you will find this out. And actually today, well, it was supposed to be yesterday, but I kind of messaged your boss and while we were out at dinner and was like, hey, we're out to dinner. I can't talk right now. But I've already kind of gotten approval from Austin and Aaron to have you have that day off and be covered by somebody else, but still appear as scheduled. So it still looks like you're scheduled. Someone else is going to be working. And tonight, I'm supposed to talk to Austin. I'm not sure about what, to be perfectly honest with you. That part was not included. Like I already have the confirmation from them that you have that day off. So I don't know what's going to happen later. But I think he just wants to get on a call. He's like, hey, you want to get on a call? So I'm going to get on a call with him and talk about it. And I guess just kind of give him the details of everything and to see if there's anything else that they need to do. I don't think that there is. Literally all I needed them to do was to give you that day off. So some other items that have happened more recently, I reached out to Aaron, your friend, who is a wedding and event photographer. I will be honest, leading up to this event, I was like, well, I have like 3 or 4 friends that do photography. Either they've done it semi-professionally or professionally, or they've done event shoots before. So I genuinely thought about, okay, like I'll just ask them if they want to come and shoot. But then I thought, you know what? No, I want to do this right, and I want to do this like in a way that I know Bianca will absolutely love. And that is the fact that like 10 months ago, in the very beginning of our relationship, you showed me Aaron's work and you said, this is my friend. She does, wedding shoots, engagement shoots, and I really love her work. I love the way that she captures like the happiness and the connection and everything. And I definitely filed that away in my brain. I didn't remember like the exact name of the Instagram or the name of your friend. Sorry, Aaron. But I knew that it existed. And I knew like generally what the page looked like and everything. So a couple of days ago, I believe it was on this past Sunday, I contacted Aaron, and there's two fields. There's a field for me to put my contact information, a field for your contact information. And I very politely, next to all of your contact information, said, please do not contact because, it's not a wedding shoot. It's an engagement shoot. So you're not supposed to know. And it's not like a collab thing where we're both like contacting her and whatever. So she reached out back to me on Monday and, shot me a text, gave me a call, and she was just gushing about you and about Bianca and about, how you guys have known each other for 10 years, like how nice you are, how supportive of your work, of her work that you are. And she's like, this to me, like, is not just a regular shoot. This is like something more personal, and it's so nice to like have something come full circle. So she's super excited. I haven't like locked it in with giving her every single detail. We talked and I gave her like my plan and everything, but I have to give her like locations. I have to give her like potential other contacts and like times and things like that, because we want to make sure that she's there and she's capturing this moment. But she was very, 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 she made me feel like I was supported in this. Every step, everything we talked about, it just very much felt like she was very invested. And I don't think that's just because it's you and me. I think it's because that's how she does her work. And there you go. Like, no wonder you love her and her work so much, because she was just like basically holding my hand through it. And like, hey, she wasn't shooting anything down. She wasn't trying to like correct anything or anything. She was literally just like, tell me about it. And then if I had questions, she was answering my questions, and it was just a great experience. So I plan on getting that locked in sometime this week and, getting the contract and the invoice and all that kind of stuff. Now, as far as your ring, originally you had said that you wanted like an oval shape. You wanted an elongated shape for your ring, and you like gold, like yellow gold color, not rose gold, not white gold, right? So I heeded all of your things, and I had not yet bought the ring. And then you said that several people had come into your work and they all had oval shaped rings. And you're like, you know what? I don't want to be like everybody else. And you told me that, and I'm glad you did, because then I was able to adjust from there. And you said, I, really like the marquee cut, because it's like an oval, but it's pointed at each end, and it's like slightly different. It's a little variation of an oval. And you told me you didn't want like a whole bunch of studs all over the place, a whole bunch of extra diamonds. You're like, I think I even asked you, like, do you want like a statement ring? Like, do you want like a rock, or do you want like, a bunch of little diamonds all over the place and have it be really like glittery and shiny? And you said statement. You said like, give me the rock. And I was like, okay. You didn't quite say it like that, but very politely, that is what you told me. And I asked. So I went and looked, and I was looking at all the different rings, all the different shapes, all the different styles. And I found this one that is a Dutch marquee, which you will see it, obviously, and you have it now. It's a marquee, but it's like a hexagon. So it's actually like pointed, instead of being like point, round, it's point, slant, straight, slant, straight, slant, right? It's a hexagon, but an elongated one, which is important. And I got 18 karat gold band. The band on the actual ring is 18 karat gold, and it has a hidden halo style of accent on it, which is like a very, like, it doesn't take over the ring, but it is just like a little extra accent of diamonds that is like around the bottom base of the ring, and it is kind of hidden by like the prongs. It's almost like behind it, or it's supposed to be. So the guy that is making your ring is in India. Well, the guy that has made your ring is in India, and I believe it was on Friday or Saturday of last week that he let me know it was done, sent me some pictures for confirmation, and I was like, yep, send it, because I need it before next week, ideally. And the reason that I need it before next week is because I need to go and meet with your parents. So I am planning on meeting with your parents hopefully next Monday because you said you're going to be out with your friend, Evangeline, on Monday. And I think that that's just like a perfect time because there's really no other day in the next 2.5 weeks that I could see like me getting connected with your parents. So I want to have the ring because I want to be able to show them, be like, hey, like, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to give her. What do you think? I just want to give you a heads up that she's getting engaged. Well, obviously you have to say yes. And I won't be showing this to you unless you do say yes. So that is a stipulation of all this. So I want to have the ring in hand, not only show them, but also show my parents. I mean, they already know. My parents are well aware. My parents are fully aware. I still need to talk to your parents though, and give them a heads up. And I think 2 weeks, week and a half is enough time for them to figure out if they can come or not. And I will let you know right now, as you I think already know, I have shown your ring to so many people. I have shown your ring to people at your work. I've shown your ring to people at my work. I've shown your ring to people, my friends, your friends. I've shown it to a lot of people, and nobody has reacted negatively to the ring itself or to the fact that I am going to be proposing to you. Like everybody just seems so genuinely happy for us. So I don't think you expected anything other than that, but that is the case. I guess the only other things to say right now are I've talked to Mimi about coming. I've talked to Ben about coming and Allie. And I think today and the next couple days are when I'm just going to be shooting out messages to people and be like, hey, well, to the people that you told me, like, these are the people that are closest to me. These are the people that I would potentially want in our wedding. These are people, blah, 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 right? Same thing with me. So I'll be sending out those messages in the next couple of days to everybody and seeing, hey, can you make it? Like, can we, are you down to come to the thing? Are you coming down to come to the dinner after? Because I am planning a dinner after as well, which you'll know now. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything up until this point that has happened. The ring, Aaron, photographer, telling Ben and Mimi, showing everybody your ring, getting the day picked, getting the location picked, which I haven't really talked about, but I'll talk about in the next one of these. So as I speak right now before work here, I'm going to check and see where the ring is at to see if it will be here or when it'll be here, so that way I can kind of plan when I'm going to connect with your parents accordingly. I need to follow up with Erin and let her know, ready to go, let's do this, but I want to make sure I have like all the details. Like I'm going to have screenshots of the location and blah, blah, blah. And then contacting everybody, being like, hey, this is happening. We would love to have you there. And it's exciting. I know I've said that I'm stressed, and I've said openly that it's about this, that I'm stressed around you, Bianca, around the people around us. And it's not stress in like oh my God, like, am I making the right decision? Is it gonna go bad? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not stressing about that. It's just exciting. And I just want it to be a perfect day. I mean, as perfect as it can be, right? I want to just do all the things that I need to do leading up to the day and then feel good about it. And no matter what happens, like, I did all the things to try and make it a beautiful day. One thing that I'll end on here that Aaron said is, I've known Bianca for a long time, and she deserves this. She deserves something that's going to make her happy. And I'm so happy that she found that in you. And I just said, yeah, that I think she does too. I think she deserves it too. So I think that's kind of the consensus amongst people I've talked to, is everybody sees you, sees us, sees me and how happy I am. And it's just like, yeah, dude, like, checks out. Can't wait for it to happen. Neither can I.